Hi, welcome back to the Boy Time channel. Today, Snail Mail, Ricochet, new release, relatively. It came out,
Somewhat.
yeah. Uh, we we've been busy, so we're getting to this new release now, which gave us quite a bit of time to listen to it, actually. So
Yeah, that's true.
it's been about, I don't know, a couple of weeks since it came out. So been in heavy rotation. But this is the new album from Snail Mail. This is her first since 2021. So we had a 5 year gap in between. And this is her, I think this is her third studio album. I think she has a couple
Yeah,
EPs in there. We covered Lush on the channel years and years and years ago.
we
We
did.
absolutely loved that album. And I still love that
Still one
album.
of the best
It
albums that
really
we've done.
is. Yeah, I agree. I don't think we did Valentine on the channel officially. Have you heard Valentine?
I've heard half of it.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
I listened to half of it before the new album came out, and I was like, this isn't as good as Lush. I'm
Okay.
just gonna go back to listening to Lush. And so then I did.
Yeah. And then for this album, I think we got Dead End as the single. I think there was one more single too before it came out, but I did not listen to it because I do one single and that's it.
Yes, that's the
So
way to do it, I think.
it is. It just gives you a little teaser, but nothing too much.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think that's all the context needed for this. It's an indie rock album by Snail Mail. But I guess what'd you think?
I think it's okay.
Okay.
I don't know what the reception to this is. I have not seen anything. Um, but I did want to like front load this review by saying that I think that Snail Mail is very, very good,
Mm-hmm.
very talented artist. I think it's tough when you make a really, really great artistic thing when you are so young. Because what was she, like 17 when she
Yeah.
made Lush or
Yeah.
something like that? It makes it really hard to like go on past that because everyone is going to be comparing what you do in the future to your debut. Um, and so it kind of puts her in a tricky situation where I'm going in like this is the person who made Lush. And I think it kind of gets a little bit like tough when you're looking at it through that lens.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, I think Lush is one of the best indie rock albums maybe
It is
ever.
the gold standard for modern indie
Yeah,
rock.
I think so. Um and I was even just like flipping through some of it today, just being like, man, this is crazy how
Mm-hmm.
good this is. Like
Yep.
I always forget how good it is until I go back to it. Um and so it just kind of is like a little bit disappointing. Like I don't think that this album even gets a little like doesn't even really get close to how good Lush is.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't say that it was a super like negative experience when I listened to it. But I didn't really find myself really wanting to after a while. After like a week or so, I'm like, I'm good to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Which wouldn't happen, which didn't happen with Lush. And it hasn't happened uh, in a while, actually. Indie rock, I feel like, is in kind of a weird place right now
Yeah, it's true.
where it was like really hot, like late teens, early 20s. And then now it's kind of in this weird limbo thing where you're either trying to do your Jack Antonoff, like,
You're being Chapel Roan or Jack
Bolero.
Antonoff. Like, there's
Yes.
no, yeah.
There's no in between. And while I think that there are artists like Soccer Mommy or something who are able to
Mm-hmm.
pivot and do something very successful, um, I think we're kind of getting like, oh, well, what's next for indie rock?
Yep.
And I don't necessarily think that this album is it, in
Yeah.
my humble opine.
I pretty much have the exact same thoughts. Lush is like the standard. It's incredible. I've been listening to all three of these albums over the past couple of weeks just to see if there's any recency bias or anything. But like, yeah, I
Sure.
Lush is incredible. Valentine is even aging incredibly well in my opinion. I listened to that when it came out, and I really liked it. But coming back to it, I like it even more. Like I think it's still incredibly strong. Her vocals on that album are fantastic.
Yeah.
And the guitar leads and everything are just really, really, really good. But then you get to this new album and it's like it feels like it's a top 40 pop album in the way that it's like produced. That
Yeah.
edge of her voice is kind of gone. I do know that that could be because of surgery that she had to have on her voice, partially caused by the way she sings on those first two albums, I believe, because it is very straining
Yes.
on the voice. So I'm not gonna like put that as a negative because it's something that can't really be avoided. But I will say the production on her vocals I think is way too polished. Like
Sure.
it doesn't have the edge that I really like to have from her. And I think just like it's kind of uninspired in a lot of ways with production. It takes all the beats you're supposed to. I always laugh when I can see a chord change or a key change coming, and then it happens, and it happens here like I want to say three times.
Yeah.
There's some really good stuff on this album, but a lot of it is kind of inoffensive indie rock material, which I don't think anybody comes to Snail Mail for like innovation in the space. I think they come to Snail Mail for rock solid, like the fundamentals are absolutely phenomenal with some great
Yes.
guitar playing and some really nice vocals. And it feels very glossed over on this album. So it's kind of just like, there's a couple of really good moments, but like if I had to pick a Snail Mail album, I'm going far away from this one. The other two I think are
Yeah.
really really good, and I think that's the general reception. Is just people are just like it's an album,
Eh.
like it's not a bad
Yeah.
album, but like compared to her other work, it's not up to what you would think there. And
Sure.
I do think someone like Soccer Mommy, who is in the same space, has taken much better leaps in different areas.
Yes.
Like even with Evergreen, which is an album that didn't like make a ton of like noise. That's a great album. I go back
It's
to
a
that one
great
still,
album.
and it's really
Yeah.
damn good.
Yeah.
I don't see myself coming back to this one that much, but yeah.
Mm-mm.
With that being said, what were your favorite tracks?
Okay, I think my favorite track, and this might be a cop out answer, but I think Dead End is the
Okay.
best song on this. Um, and I think that might be part of the reason why I was so disappointed. Was because I kind of love Dead End.
Hmm.
I think that Dead End could compete with some songs off Lush
Okay.
as being as good. Where like I just love the melody of it. It has a really great energy, a really great momentum to it, which I think a lot of these songs kind of lack, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, I was like, man, she's coming back with this. And I'm going to say something maybe unpopular, but I actually like her vocals on this album as a whole.
Okay.
And I think that her vocal performance on Dead End is pretty good.
Hmm.
Yes, it doesn't have quite the teenage angst kind of vibe that her last two records had, but ultimately that's not sustainable,
Yeah.
obviously, because she had surgery because she was singing like that. Um, so I'm not really gonna criticize like that, but I mean it's like I don't know, it's just really solid. I think that my second pick would be Reverie. I think Snail Mail just really knows how to end an
She
album.
really does.
That's what
Yeah.
I will say. Because Anytime is probably my favorite song on Lush.
Hmm.
And
Mia's
so is
phenomenal too.
Intro.
So on Valentine, the outro is also a banger.
Okay, well, I need to finish that album. Sorry, I'm not a real critic. But um, I really liked Reverie, and that one was one that like I don't really listen to a lot because as I was listening to prepping for this, I was like listening to it on my way to work or while I was at work. And my work is very start and stop. Like I'll work by myself for 20 minutes and then I get a call and I have to go. So I wasn't really getting like all the way through the album when I was listening to it, um, like just kind of passively. But over the last week or so, I've been listening to the whole album, getting ready for this review, and Reverie was very, very nice.
Hmm.
Again, nice kind of energy. And it's something that we always praise here at the Boy Time channel, where it's a nice kind of subdued ending. Not quite as laid back as an Anytime, because
Hmm.
there is more going on, but compared to everything else, it's more laid back, and I like that. Um, Other than that, I mean, maybe number three is Tractor Beam,
Okay.
maybe, or Cruise. I do like Cruise
Mm.
quite a bit.
Okay.
Uh, but what about you? What do you think?
I do think Reverie is the best song here. The stripped back Snail Mail stuff is my favorite. Like Light Blue, See It All, Mia,
Yep.
Anytime, all of those phenomenal. Like you really just get to hear her really great songwriting and vocals. And there's usually a pretty killer guitar part with that stuff. So Reverie
Yeah.
definitely hangs with the songs on those albums. It sucks that it's all the way at the end, but it is a great closer, so it makes sense.
Mhm.
I think Ricochet is also pretty good. I do like Ricochet quite a bit. I feel like the 1-2 punch of that at the end is a pretty good closer to the album. I don't know. So, things are catchy on this album, but like sometimes they're annoyingly catchy, and then I'm like, I don't like it. But we'll
Yeah.
get to that later. I don't know. For my third, I put My Maker just because it is catchy in a good way. I do think it's a good follow up to Tractor Beam getting into the album. I like when she tries things. I feel like songs like Agony Freak and Butterfly are cool because they are very different, and I do like that she's kind of branching out. Butterfly is
Yeah.
like maybe the most different track on here, just the way that that song functions. I don't know if I'm putting it in best tracks, but it's an interesting song. Like I feel like I went back to like My Maker and Light on Our Feet more than Butterfly, even though like on first listen Butterfly is like, oh, that's different.
Sure.
But yeah, I feel like Ricochet, Reverie, and My Maker are probably my three favorites here. But yeah,
That's fair,
what are your
I think.
least favorites?
My least favorites. I don't like Agony Freak.
Okay.
I kind of hate that song. I skip it every single time it comes up. Um, I thought
Soccer
it
Mommy
was
did
like,
it better.
yes, Soccer Mommy did it better, and I could swear that like I've heard that
Hmm.
before. And I was like looking through writing credits. I tried looking it up, and I couldn't find anything. And I'm like, this sounds like that first MGMT record. I'm like, I
Mm.
wonder if it's a sample off of that. And so then I was like looking, kind of skimming through that record, which I've never really listened to because I don't really care about that. Um, and I'm like, no, it's not on that. What is this from? Because it sounds so familiar, but I don't think it's a sample because there's no like writing credit by
Mm-mm.
David Bowie or whatever the hell. Unfortunately, it would have been nice if there was a little laughing gnome sample in
Mm.
Agony Freak. But unfortunately, there's not. And it's just kind of loud and obnoxious, which is not what I want from Snail Mail.
Okay.
Other than that, like, I don't think there's a lot of like standout tracks on this album that really stand out at being bad. It's just like, eh,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
ennui, if you will.
Hmm. Yeah. I think there's some standouts, and then it's the rest of the pack is just kind of there. Like
Yeah.
isolated, I would not say there's a single like bad song on this album, but I think there's a lot of average songs.
Yes.
So I had Cruise just because like I find the melody kind of annoying by the end of the song, but
Mhm.
like it's a pretty solid song. So like it's not a worse track.
Yeah.
I had Tractor Beam too, just because I hate the key change at the end. It feels
Oh,
so,
okay.
it feels
Yeah.
so like this is what we're coming back to after 5 years. Like listen to the guitar part and like the building of the song on like Heatwave or Stick or any of those, it knocks this entire thing out of the water. Like
Or even Pristine.
even Pristine, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was just like this is what we're doing. It thankfully gets better after that, but I'm just like I didn't like the key change on Tractor Beam. I'm like this feels not like a not like an insult, but I'm just like this feels so weird for being on a soccer or a Snail Mail album.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
fair.
I don't know. I feel like Nowhere could be down there, but I kind of like it at the same time. There's like an 80% like average on this album, so I wouldn't even put Nowhere in worst tracks. I don't think, but I don't know. It's just so average. It's hard to like pick out. I could pick out the ones that I come back to because those are the only ones I'm probably going to listen to going forward. But
Yeah,
yeah.
probably. Mm,
Was there a best moment you had?
not really. Like I don't know. It's really tough because man, okay, I'm glad that the general reception to this has been like that it's okay.
Yeah.
My worst fear was gonna be coming on here and you saying that this is the best
No.
album
No.
you've
No. No.
ever
No.
heard. um, but yeah, like I don't really like going back through my head, like trying to think of like standout moments. I can't
hmm
think of anything. There's like just kind of this general feeling to the whole album, and it's unfortunate because like I could think of 1,000 moments in Lush,
hmm
and yes, I've had more time with it, and we reviewed that thing in
Like 3 years ago or
2025,
something. Yeah.
2022 or whatever. Um, but like, man, the progression in Pristine is fantastic.
Yeah.
Or the big like standout moment in Stick
hmm
is like phenomenal and it's like expertly pulled off. But there's nothing really like that here, which
Yeah.
is unfortunate. If it was like, let's say that Snail Mail had the vocal stylings of a Bruno Mars or a SZA or something, where they're like super technically proficient,
hmm
and then they have like this big surgery and they come back and then the vocals are changed. That's not really something that you can complain about, but it's like her vocals changed, but then like the songwriting also kind of suffered.
Yeah.
And I don't really know how that happens.
hmm Yeah, I don't know. I feel like songwriting was still solid on this album, but I think the performance behind it was where I was struggling. Because like,
Mm.
if I have to pick up a best moment, if I'm thinking seriously, I think it is just Reverie because the songwriting on that song is fantastic and it does go over
Sure.
really well. But the rest of this
Yeah.
album does read more generic than what I'm used to from her. Like Valentine is not as like in your face as Lush, but it's still really well written, and like even the title track opener on that is just like really fantastic. And yeah, it's nothing grips here except for like Reverie, where I'm like, damn, that's a really good Snail Mail song.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick a best moment, I feel like it's me going back to the other two albums and being like, damn, she really has some bangers with these two. Like that's kind of a disrespectful thing, but like at the same time, big ups to those two albums because they're really fantastic.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
haven't listened to them in a while, so I started putting them on. I'm like, oh my god, she still got it back then. So yeah,
Yeah, it's about to start getting hot outside again. It's about
exactly.
time for
Heat Wave is
indie
my
rock.
jam. So
Yep, yep.
hmm
And it's supposed to be 87 this
yeah,
next week for me.
we just got
So,
bombarded with the biggest severe weather we've seen in forever, and now it's
yeah,
gonna be 70 without that,
yeah.
hopefully. So
You almost died.
I almost died, but that's fine. I wasn't listening to Snail Mail when I almost died, at least, so
That's
that's good. I
unfortunate.
think I was listening to a Sigur Rós song, which was really anticlimactic.
Yeah, that's
It's the
not what
most
you want.
calm thing ever, and I'm like, that's it's not matching the moment.
You want to listen to like Bat Out of Hell when when
Yeah,
you're
that'd be
driving
great.
through Yale.
Yeah. I don't know if we have any hot takes. I feel like I don't know if we've been spewing hot takes, but we've been definitely having some stronger opinions throughout the review. So I don't know if you
Yeah.
had one.
No, I don't really have. My hot take was that I didn't really like it, but if that's a general consensus,
hmm
then it's not a hot
Yeah,
take.
exactly.
Um, sorry.
Yeah.
I will say that
hmm
because I have a lot of respect for Snail Mail, and
Me
I
too.
was really excited for this.
Yeah.
And I don't think that this is like gonna turn me off of Snail Mail in the
No.
future. Like I'm still gonna listen to whatever she does next. Um, but this is just like, oh, it's kind of unfortunate. This
hmm
is how you come back.
Yeah. I think it's a road bump. It's not like a. It's not a
Yeah,
like.
career
It's
ender.
not like it's over.
No.
As long as it's not another 5 years between this and the next album, I feel like we're fine.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens there. I don't know. Like I had Snail Mail, Soccer Mommy, and like Lucy Dacus as like top of indie rock. It's just like Ricochet is below what those artists have done since 2021. Like, because there's
Yeah,
been a lot of phenomenal records by those other two, and I'm not pitting them
that's
against each
true.
other, but like those are the three I look for with indie rock. I guess you could even put Mitski in there, but I kind of view her as like her own kind of separate artist.
She's her own thing.
She
Yeah.
really is, but yeah, I don't know. I think like I was done with this and I went right back to Mitski because that album is still like heavy rotation for me. It's getting better for me. But yeah, hopefully it's not a 5 year wait between this and the next thing.
I hope not.
Because I would like to get another banger from her. I mean, I listened to this album and like she's got a tour coming up, I think. And I'm like, do I even really want to like attempt that? Because like I know she's gonna play music from all of her albums, but like
Yeah.
I'd rather it be a tour for an album that I really enjoy. Like that's what you get the most out of, really.
Yeah. That's what I'm kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Even if I got to hear her do Stick or Anytime or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, I'd have to sit through this record again live, and that's
And I'm sure it'd be
unfortunate.
great, but it's just like it's a lot better
Oh
going
yeah.
to a concert. Like we saw like Lucy Dacus on the home video tour, which was
Yes, which was
incredible.
amazing.
Still waiting for Soccer
That
Mommy to come around, so
I know. That would be a good show too.
it would. I was supposed to go
Yeah.
see her, and then COVID hit.
Oh,
So
how sad.
yeah.
That's why I am excited. We're gonna go see Sea Rose in
Mm-hmm.
about a month here.
Yup.
And that new record is
It's
fantastic.
phenomenal.
Death
Yes.
in the Business of Whaling or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Man, we won't do that on the show because we
No.
both listen to it a lot.
Yeah.
But man,
Yeah.
what a record.
I liked Guard Dog, but goddamn, this new one is fantastic.
I know. It's way more listenable.
Yes, I
Guard
yeah.
Dog will destroy you if you listen to it too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. But I don't know. We might talk about that eventually. We used to do concert like reviews on the podcast. But now that
That's true.
podcast is more streamlined, we might, do a little video with that. Especially since
That'd be nice.
we'll be out of town that week, obviously. So
Yeah,
maybe something to
that's
fill
true.
up. But next time, were you gonna pick something or did we want to do another new release? Because there's been a couple of things.
Well, I do want to say one more thing about
Okay.
Snail Mail,
Yes,
if you
please.
don't mind,
Of course.
because I wanted to compare her to a little filmmaker. Not a little filmmaker. He's a fully grown man. John Singleton, who you may know as the director of the film Boys in the Hood,
Mm-hmm.
a classic 1991 classic movie. Um, I this is the trajectory that I'm worried about because John Singleton made one of the best. I mean, Boys in the Hood is like one of the best movies. It's
Classic.
so g dang good. And that was his debut movie. In fact, if you watch it, like because it was his first movie, he didn't know that you had to shoot things out of order. So he shot the movie chronologically, which means as the movie goes, you can kind of see like, oh, he's learning certain things
Mm,
as you're watching the movie about like how to run a film set and stuff, which is kind of cool. It's a meta
mm-hmm.
little thing like that. But after that, he did Poetic Justice with Tupac. He did Too Fast, Too Furious,
Mm.
and then he disappeared.
Yep.
And like nothing that he's done like has even gotten remotely close to being as good as Boys in the Hood. And I think and this is something I talked about earlier, but like when you make something when you're so young, and
Yeah.
if your debut is
It can
fantastic,
be
it
just
makes
a
it really
lightning in
hard
a
to rise.
bottle.
Yes, makes it difficult to rise up to those standards that you set when you were 17 or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But I think that Snail Mail is more talented than John Singleton.
Okay.
I think that like she will be able to pivot off of this, but it's a cautionary tale of woe, the career
I
of John
suppose.
Singleton.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that she could be following in the same trajectory if she's not careful.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
that's just my opinion.
And I mean, she can make whatever music she wants, but like her guitar
Yeah.
playing is incredible. Like she was
Yeah.
like kind of touted as like this prodigy, like and when Lush came out, because like those guitar parts are incredibly complex on a lot of
Fantastic.
those songs. Like,
Hmm.
listen to "See It All" off of Valentine. That's crazy. Like that's a acoustic like led song, and the guitar part on that is nuts.
Yeah.
And it just like falls off a cliff here. So it's like,
I can't think of a riff in this album.
yeah, exactly. The only
It's
one I
not.
can think of is "Dead End," and that's the single. So,
Oh, yeah, that's
but that
true.
also sounds like a generic '90s high school, kind of intro in a movie song.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways, next time?
I thought
Question
it
mark.
was something I was thinking about.
That
But
it's a good comparison. Yeah.
I was kind of I'm kind of stuck
Okay.
because I've been on a weird road the last couple of weeks, um where like a couple weeks ago I did my famous thing. I did this a couple years ago, and that's how I found Aaron West, where I
Mm-hmm.
just searched like the highest rated folk album of the
Mm.
year so far. And it was a group I had never heard of. It was Ye Vagabonds,
Okay.
which is an Irish folk troupe.
Oh.
Um, and I didn't know that before I listened to it. And then I turned on the first track, and I was very excited because, as established in our winter songs, I love a good Irish folk song.
Mm-hmm.
And so a whole album of that was phenomenal. But now I'm like diving into Appalachian country music.
Okay.
And my favorite album is by a band called Squirrel Butter,
Mm-hmm.
which has 936
Okay.
monthly listeners. But the album is fantastic. But I don't think we'll do that one
Okay.
because I know that you will not like that at all.
You'd be surprised.
Because you hate country
I don't
music.
hate country music. I think I have the
I
general opinion of like a lot of people where they're like they don't like country music. I don't like 99% of modern country, but like older country is perfectly on the table.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you would like it.
Okay. I'll listen to it on my own time.
Sure. Listen to Squirrel Butter.
See if they're even on
What's it
title.
called? Chestnuts.
Okay.
Chestnuts is
That's
their album.
that's fitting.
It's a wonderful little album cover. It's orange and there's a little squirrel jumping through a
Oh,
ring
that's
of
nice.
leaves.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
I like Kiss the Cook. That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. And it's a very good album. I haven't listened to any other Squirrel Butter records, but I do want to shout them out. Um, but I think we'll do All Tied Together by Ye Vagabonds.
Okay.
It also came out this year. Came out in January.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I love it. I think you're gonna like it more than me.
Okay.
There are some songs in here that I don't like, and I'm like, this is a Babby song.
Great. That's what I like to hear.
So I know for a fact you're gonna like this, hopefully. I'm just trying to hedge my bets a little bit, just in case. But I'm just excited to talk about it because
Hmm.
I've been listening to it for like a while, and it is fantastic.
Okay. Hell yeah.
So we're gonna get a little bit cultured. We're gonna listen to
Yes.
Irish music,
Mm,
foreign music. What a concept!
what a
We
concept.
don't usually do that.
No, I don't bring Fishmans or anything to the table of the stuff that I listen to that is outside or different
Yeah.
language, I would say. Um,
Pay no attention to the Arca series.
yeah, Arca, I guess. Yeah, true. I don't do enough, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I'd like to branch out even to more into like different language music in general, because I feel like there's a whole
Okay.
nother world out there, and it's hard to
There
find.
is.
Even on the music
And I,
forums, it's very English centered for the most part.
yes. Yeah, I did find a really good. Oh, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find it because I listened to it for like 2 days a month and a half ago.
Hmm.
But there was a really good Spanish album that I was listening to.
Okay.
Or it was in Spanish. I don't know where they were based. I think they were Latin American of some sort, but I don't know.
Nice.
I'll get my stuff together and bring it to the show next time. But
Epic. Neat. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do that next time. There have been new releases. The Thundercat album's great.
Is it?
It's
Okay.
very good. It's
Okay.
I don't know if I want to say his best, but I think it's very consistently good.
Wow. Okay.
And the Earl and Big Mike album is
Oh,
fantastic.
wow.
So
Yeah.
that's just it's
Okay.
good. It's gonna be a slam dunk.
I need to listen to the Thundercat record.
Yes, it's very good. But me and Babjab will be seeing Earl Sweatshirt and Mike in a couple months here.
Ooh,
So
nice.
it'll be another banger.
That'll be a good show.
Yeah. But yeah, we have podcasts as well.
We do.
We do. We have two. I have one of them. You have two of them.
I do have two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We host a show called the Boy Time Podcast where we talk about hit films. Most recently, Lord of War.
Yeah, it's still that one.
It's still that one. We're behind. We
Mm-hmm.
actually need to decide what we're
Yes,
doing next right after
we're catching up.
So we will need to do Lord of War. I don't even. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to it.
We'll do Lords of War in a couple of years when that comes out.
Yes, very excited. Can't wait for the squeakquel.
Mm-hmm.
It's about damn time,
Yep,
as
it
the
really
kids
is.
are saying. I can't believe they're making a legacy sequel to that. Who cares? That's what I want to say.
I care very much.
I
I'm
thought it
invested.
was funny because, I don't go on Twitter. I
Mm-hmm.
don't like going online anymore because
It's
it's
horrible.
like, yeah, I've done my best to stay off of the internet. All
Mm-hmm.
I do is watch video essays about stuff that I don't really care about, but it's stuff to pass the time. And isn't that
Mm-hmm.
nice?
It's better than taking psychological damage by opening
That's
twitter.com.
That's right. It's very nice. I'm flipping through Twitter and it's like, oh, this is an update on this big project that you've been keeping an eye on. And then the most racist thing that you've ever seen
Mm-hmm.
in your entire life, and then a half-naked girl that's promoting some sort of like boner pill.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a sad state of affairs. I
Father
don't
John
even
Misty
remember
would
what I
write a
was talking
great
about.
song about that.
I'm sure he already has,
He already
and
has
it's the
many times.
entirety of
Yeah.
pure comedy. Um, what was I even talking about?
Lords of War,
Lords of War.
I
That's
think.
right.
Yeah.
So I don't go on Twitter, but I did
Mm.
go on Twitter, and I saw that announcement, and I sent it to you. I thought it was funny that it was
I'm very
confirmed.
excited.
But like in the comments, I was seeing people be like, "This is the best Nick Cage movie." Like
Yeah, I
I
see
can't
that and I'm
wait.
like, this is so
What are
strange.
you
Like I thought it
talking
was
about?
okay. Like it's a fun movie, but
It's all right. Have you guys not seen Pig?
I don't think they have.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Or
I've not seen
Mandy?
what was the Parents? Is that the movie?
Parents.
What's the one where
What?
he's like it's like the parents go crazy and Nick Cage is one of the crazy parents.
I don't even know.
We watched it.
We did?
Yeah, we did. A long time ago.
The Parents. Oh, that is like a locked memory that I
Yeah.
barely remember.
That's my favorite Nick Cage movie.
I don't remember what that's called.
No, Mom and
Um,
Dad, I think is what it's called. Is
that
that
sound.
I think that's what it is.
I think you're right. I can't believe you remember that.
my my
Yeah.
brain is like very like not good with memory and then that one just pops out. So
How did you remember that? Yeah, it's called Mom and Dad. Wow.
that's a classic.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Because he tries to kill his kids.
Hmm.
It's like Weapons.
It is like
It's
Weapons.
just like Weapons.
Yeah, it's the exact
Which we
same.
talked about on the Boy Time
It's true.
podcast.
Good
That's a
segue.
pivot.
Yes.
Go check out that episode of the podcast if you want to hear our thoughts on Weapons, which is the best movie ever made.
Hmm.
But I also host another podcast with my dear mother called Love the Mom. Most recently, we did Before Sunrise. Next time, we're doing Conclave,
Oh,
which I'm actually really excited
Okay.
for. I love that movie. That's a rare one where my mom picked one that she wants to see that I have already seen.
mm.
And she was like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna change it because you've seen it." And I'm like, "Don't change it because
I want to
Conclave
watch
is
it.
amazing. I'm very excited to see it again." So that's what's going on over there. But we also have another channel.
We do have another channel. There's a Boy Time Gaming channel. It's live.
What?
For all the zero point 0.5 people that remember what this channel was before it was music, it was the
What?
podcast, but then it was gaming and podcast at the same time. And then
Ooh,
I wiped all of it and did music. And we did this music show for like 6 years. So those old
yeah.
gaming videos are on this channel. You just have to find them. They're kind of secret. It's a fun little game. It's like those ARGs that people like or whatever they are.
Oh, yeah.
But now there's a whole channel for it, so you can go
What?
view our new stuff over there. I'd like to port the old stuff, but it seems way too complicated, so I'm probably not going to do that. And the audio in them was really bad.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
I
didn't
should
know how to do
rewatch them.
audio
They're
back
fun.
then. They are fantastic. I still quote them regularly.
They're good.
They are good. But we got a new channel over there, so go check that out. Those will be, I don't know, 2 episodes a month maybe, if that. It
Wow, that's
takes,
ambitious.
it's longer to edit them, but it's more fun
Yeah,
to edit them than a music reaction. So
sure.
it's less
Yeah,
make me want to
I could
die.
I could tell that you were having
I
fun
had
with the
I
transitions.
had a great time. The sliding Jesus door open was really nice.
I know. The stone dragging. I'm surprised you didn't do a star wipe.
There's plenty of more episodes to
Oh,
come.
that's true. I
Yeah.
don't want to limit you.
I'm like, I could put all my tricks in the first one, or I could spread them out. So
That's right.
yeah,
I think there was a paper peel though,
there
which
was a
is
paper
always
peel.
fun.
Yes. But yeah, go check that out. It's very disconnected from the other things we do, but that's how we do it. If I really didn't
Yeah.
care, I'd upload them to the main channel, but then I'd really splinter what's left of us. So, yeah,
Yeah. That's fine.
that's it.
I
She didn't
can't
leave me a
wait.
segue. Bye.